It's time to review the most important event of the year. Hello guys, one more time and welcome to Ring Royalty. My name is Alexis, as you already know, and here today I am finally reviewing Wrestlemania. I know I'm quite late, but I had fever all weekend. I still have fever, but this review cannot wait any longer. I feel like DS who got COVID and I got like fever just to get the vaccine. WrestleMania curse for everyone, I guess. Anyways, there were three women's matches. I am really happy that this was kind of like a good WrestleMania for women, or better than expected, but we're gonna talk about that more in detail in a minute. Before starting, I would like to give a shout out to Queen Charmel, who was the inductee to the Hall of Fame this year on the women's side. Congratulations. I listened to her speech and she's so eloquent, so elegant. She rocks. Now, without anything left to say, let's start with the video. The first women's match of the night was on Saturday, night 1. Becky Lynch defending the Raw Women's Championship against Bianca Belair. Let's say that Becky Lynch gave me Hayley Williams vibes, Paramore all the way. That new haircut really fit her, and also Bianca Belair's entrance was stellar. The band they're playing, her outfit, everything was on point. She looked like a star. For me, that entrance was just a sign that she would become champion by the end of the night. And that's exactly what happened. The match itself was fantastic. It lived up to the hype. I think it was one of the best women's matches at WrestleMania as well. Probably a little bit less than Bianca against Sasha last year, but it was still in a pretty good level. When the match began, they teased a SummerSlam deja vu after Bianca failed to connect the KOD. Becky did a manhandle slam and it looked like she would win again in seconds. It did not happen. I was scared for a little bit, but thankfully it was not the original plan. Another spot that stood out to me a lot was when Bianca threw Becky on the top rope carelessly. She looked devastated and she followed that with a 450 splash, an amazing display of strength, athleticism, and ability from Bianca Belair. That's why she's the EST. She did not get the 3 count there, but it was an amazing spot that got the crowd on the edge of their seats. It was very well prepared. Another thing that was awesome, by the end of the match, or at least in the last minutes, Becky Lynch hitting that manhandle slam outside the ring in those steel steps, and Bianca Belair looking dead AF until the count of 9 outside the ring, and then miraculously getting inside the ring. It was such a booster for the crowd. I was losing my mind. I thought for a second they were going for a count out finish, which wouldn't make any sense, but I mean, with WWE you never know. It gives this vibe of Bianca Belair being unbeatable despite what's thrown her way, and I really like that. It adds to her EST character. What's more, Becky Lynch facial expressions, getting very desperate and frustrated every time she tried her best to put Bianca away, but she wasn't able to, added a lot to the feel of the match. Becky Lynch looking like a maniac. She didn't even know what else to do to defeat the EST. It also helped the storytelling of the match so much. Some people don't really realize how important it is to have storytelling inside the match. I know the build-up to a match is important, which in this case wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst either. But also the storytelling inside the match is critical. It's a very important point, and Bianca and Becky totally deliver in that aspect. Also, Bianca Belair stealing Becky Lynch disarmed her. That was insult to injury, and I loved it because it came out from the babyface in the match, and that's not something we see often. To finish the match, Becky tried another manhandle slam inside the ring this time around. She's using this move too much. It reminds me of Carmella with a super kick. And I don't even know how Bianca, with the help of a turnbuckle, did a backflip to escape the manhandle slam and then hit a KOD for the 1-2-3 and become the Raw Women's Champion at WrestleMania. She is so athletic. I don't even know how she did most of the things we saw in this match. Bianca Belair never ceased to amaze me. And I am just so proud of her and everything that she has accomplished. It's unbelievable, I swear to God. Becky added a lot to this match, don't get me wrong. Even though she lost, she's one of the reasons why this win felt so important in Bianca's career. Becky had a very decent, and I would say very enjoyable, title reign, and to end it this way against probably the biggest foe she had to face, It's just happy ending. Completely agree with most reviews I've seen so far and all the comments in social media. This match delivered probably one of the best matches of night one at WrestleMania, and probably one of the best matches in WrestleMania history as well. These two ladies ate, they delivered, and I am so happy we had the opportunity to watch this and to crown Bianca Belair as the new Raw Women's Champion at WrestleMania 38. Congratulations, CST. The second match of night one was for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair the opportunity defending the title against rowdy Ronda Rousey. There was a lot of expectation for this match because usually Charlotte is the favorite to win any match that she's part of, and Ronda Rousey is basically the chosen one by WWE to be unbeatable. So we didn't really know exactly who was going to come out on top. On paper we have two awesome names colliding in the grandest stage of them all, but I don't think the match worked that well. And I probably would get bashed for this, but I personally think this match wasn't as great as it could have been because they rushed Ronda Rousey's return and she's still very rusty. I'm sorry, Ronda didn't deliver in this match. It's just my opinion, and I've mentioned this in past reviews as well. She's not the Ronda Rousey we had back in 2018, 2019. She's a lot more slower. She has a lot of difficulties doing certain moves. They look pretty fake, like some punches or knee smashes. The build up to this match was also pretty weak. Considering we're talking about Ronda and Charlotte, it was such a terrible idea to see Ronda Rousey speak almost every week, cut a promo on SmackDown, because Ronda Rousey is not that good on the mic. She's the type of babyface that comes there and beats everyone's ass and leaves. That's what she's good at, that's her forte, and WWE put her in a spot where all of her weaknesses were showing and her strengths were sent to the back. That's crappy booking in my opinion. The match itself suffered from it because first of all the build-up was poor, and then there were so many clanky spots. The match started super slow. I don't think there was a variety of offense coming from Ronda to begin with. Most of them were just punches, arm drags, a couple of Piper pits, and then armbar and ankle lock. Armbar and ankle lock again and again. I would say after half of the match already happened, it started to pick up. That spot on the turnbuckle, that super arm drag from the top rope by Ronda on Charlotte was nice. It kind of spiced things up. Then that exchange of ankle locks between Charlotte and Ronda was also nice. Charlotte trying to prove that she can do the same things Ronda does, but better. I think it was something that added a little bit to Charlotte's character. It was nice. Overall, I don't really think there were many memorable spots to remember, unlike Bianca and Becky's match earlier that night. So I don't know how to feel about this match, honestly. Ronda managed to counter the figure eight. There were so many submissions in this match that I don't even know why WWE didn't make this match a submission one. Well, probably because of the ending, but we will talk about that in a minute. Also, not to be shady, but I think the referee sold Charlotte's spear better than Ronda in this match. I really saw the ref breaking in half while he was taking the spear. So the referee was out, Ronda locking the armbar, Charlotte tapped out, but obviously the referee couldn't see it. And just like that, a big boot is the move that ended Ronda Rousey's undefeated streak in singles matches. Are we serious here? We're talking about Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. And you're gonna tell me that Charlotte's gonna defeat Ronda with a big boot. Fortunately, Charlotte returned the championship. I was really hoping for Charlotte to retain. A lot of people would hate me for it, but I don't think Ronda is at stage right now where she can be a champion and defend the title with great matches like she used to do before. Maybe give her some more time. It wasn't a bad match either, but it wasn't WrestleMania caliber, and most importantly, it wasn't a Charlotte Flair against Ronda Rousey caliber dream match. So their match at Survivor Series was way more entertaining and brutal than this one. Hope these ladies can bounce back and we will see what's gonna happen in the SmackDown Women's division. Hopefully, and fingers crossed, is something better than this match. And the last women's match of the night happened on Sunday, night 2 of WrestleMania, and it was the Fatal 4-Way for the Tag Team Championships. The champions Carmella and Queen Selena against Live for Brutality, against The Boss and Glow, against Natalya and Shayna Baszler. Gotta give kudos to Sasha Banks for that amazing entrance in the Lamborghini, Queen always delivering in entrances. It was also so cute to see Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan doing cosplay, and the champion's entrance was nice, Carmella wearing probably one of the pieces from her dress at the wedding. This match was a little bit chaotic, a little bit messy. Usually that's what happened with multi-women's matches. I do think a lot of people expected this match just to fail miserably, but it was more enjoyable than most people expected, including myself. And I give kudos to all the performers there for that. Even though the crowd was dead at times, some other times they were really popping and chanting. It was obvious that the favorites to win this match, not only for the crowd there, but also for us viewers in our home, was the team of Sasha Banks and Naomi. Both of them are so over with the WWE Universe, and they are hard workers, so they deserve the WrestleMania moment. Something I really liked from this match in particular was the tag team moves were present, the maneuvers were there. All teams executed at least one tag team move, and for me that's awesome. I hate when we have women's tag teams that don't even have a tag team move set. Why the hell are they a team anyways if they don't have moves together? Now let's go to specific spots that I would like to highlight. Carmella's top rope hurricanrana on Rhea Ripley, then Selena's moonsault to the outside as well was pretty nice. I think it was so awesome to see also Live for Brutality have what I consider is their finisher, which is sort of like a riptide with a backstabber by Liv Morgan at the same time. It looked devastating, to be honest. I thought that was the end of the match for a second. Another huge spot that I don't remember seeing in any women's matches before was the double Tower of Doom. It was an awesome way to showcase all of the women there. I think most of the teams got enough time to show some maneuvers and to have time in the spotlight. This double Tower of Doom was a very particular moment. It was the breaking point of the match. It was a breaking point because the crowd got reactivated after this moment. Now there was a false ending that really got me. I was almost crying when I watched this. And it was when Carmella hit the super kick on Sasha Banks, and I thought Sasha would eat the pin, but thankfully I was wrong, and then Naomi and Sasha debuted their new tag team finisher, which looked devastating as well, on Carmella to become the new women's tag team champions. Boss and Glow did it. Oh my god. Let me tell you that I was super scared because Sasha and Naomi were winning absolutely every match they were part of, especially on Raw and SmackDown, so I was scared that maybe so much momentum behind them was a way of telling the crowd that they were not winning the titles at WrestleMania, but thankfully they did. I am just so looking forward to see what Sasha Banks and Naomi are gonna do now that they're champions. Thank you very much WWE for not screwing Sasha this time around, and now I'm just praying to see Sasha and Naomi have a decent title reign in the tag team division. Alright, so this was my review for WrestleMania 38. I would like to apologize, I was very sick this past weekend, so for that reason, I haven't been able to watch NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. I know the results, so congratulations to Mandy Rhodes for defending the NXT Women's Championship, and congratulations also to Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai for becoming the first tag team to win the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships twice. Also, I would like to tell you that I read somewhere, not sure if this was true or not, Sasha Banks was supposed to be the original opponent for Charlotte at WrestleMania for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And that makes me want to ask you, what would you have preferred? Sasha challenging Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship? Or are you happy to see Sasha becoming tag team champion alongside Naomi? I know my answer to this question, but I would like to know yours, so read it down in the comments. Once again, I would like to thank you for your support. It means a lot. Thank you very much for staying in this channel. My name is Alexis, as you already know. Here is my Instagram if you want to talk to me or anything, and I will see you guys next time. Sometimes life is a struggle, but I will try to upload a little bit more. I promise. Stay safe, everyone. Goodbye.